What's going on, you guys? It's Xander. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be discussing the Ultimate Fighter Season 31, Chandler versus Conor McGregor. It just ended, and here I am doing a review of the episode. I'm going to pretty much do this every single week. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to subscribe and like the video, because I'm going to be pretty much doing a review for every single episode up until, obviously, the finale. And then the fight will happen between Conor and Michael Chandler. I mean, I'll give my predictions later on. When that happens and when it gets announced. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about Conor versus Chandler right now. This is just about what happened in the episode. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing that happened, obviously, Conor and Chandler, they met for the first time. They seemed cordial at first, but then trash talk then happened, obviously, because it's Conor McGregor. There's going to be trash talk no matter what. It's Conor McGregor. What the fuck? I mean, this is what he's known for. And then Conor said, this fight is going to happen at middleweight. And Chandler's like, oh yeah, dude, I don't care. It doesn't matter what weight. I'm just down to fight you. And I'm like, wait a minute, 185? Why the fuck are they going to fight at 185? Can Conor not make 170? Can Conor not even, can he not make 155? I want this fight to be at 155. It makes the most sense for both guys. This is y'all's divisions. You know what I mean? Listen, 170, I wouldn't mind too much, because it's, it's a weight that Conor's obviously comfortable in, and obviously Chandler could be comfortable in that. And we can see the best versus the best. Like, their truest form will probably be at 170. Like, obviously, the weight cut at 155 is really tough, I believe, for both guys. But 185 makes no sense. That is huge. These guys are not that tall. Michael Chandler is 5'6". Obviously, he probably walks around at maybe more than that, more than 185. And Conor's what, 5'9"? Why? It would just make sense. Cut the weight to 155 and fight, because Michael Chandler's top 5 in the division, and Conor McGregor, obviously, if he wants to get another title shot and be at the top of the division, you will have to fight at a lightweight. Not even at 170 or 185. It just makes no sense. So why are they doing this fight at 185? Is it to have Conor, make Conor want? Obviously he's gonna fight. It's not more of a want. It's just like make him more comfortable because it's Conor McGregor, or like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I think that they should fight at 155, but that's besides the point. Regardless, that was said, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, don't do that. What the hell? But anyway, so they started talking trash. We saw pretty much a little bit of this in the previews and stuff like that. Conor McGregor was pretty much obviously instigated at first. It is what it is. Chandler doesn't even really seem like a guy who wants to trash talk Conor. It's just kind of funny to me, because he seems like a genuine good dude. And Conor is Conor, so what the fuck do you expect? Him to be just always nice? You saw what happened when he fought Dustin Poirier. He was nice at first, and then after, he turned into a fucking asshole. That's what he was. Let's just be honest. He was an asshole. He all of a sudden, boom, everything changed. I don't know what happened. He didn't like Dustin Poirier's hot sauce or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the first matchup. Nate Zenderman, who was on Team Conor, who is Team Prospect, I believe, pretty much Conor's Team Prospect versus Michael Chandler's Team Veteran. He's part of Team Prospect. He's 16-5, his record, MMA record, and then Roosevelt Roberts, 12-3. He's fought in the UFC. He got knocked out. I knew him from somewhere, and it was from that knockout that he had. I guess I forgot who he got knocked out by, but it was a spinning heel kick, and he got his ass knocked out. This happened, I believe, a few years ago. That knockout was like one of the best knockouts of the whole year. Find it online. You guys can find it. Just type in Roosevelt Roberts knockout and you probably find it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into my prediction before. Obviously, I made a prediction before the fight. I even wrote it down. I'm not lying. I have it right here. I thought that Roosevelt was going to win. He has more experience. Obviously, he's fought in the UFC, so he's fought some tough competition. This guy, Nate Zenderman, hasn't been into this type of stage before. And obviously, there's going to be guys that are prospects that are ready for the moment, but I didn't think that Nate Zenderman was quite ready. he seemed, I don't know. To me, he just didn't seem like he was completely ready. But who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. And, I mean, we'll get into the fight in a second. But to me, Roosevelt Roberts is pretty big for the division, 155. He's a pretty lanky, tall guy. So I thought that he's going to be able to just pretty much piece him up for the first 2 rounds, and then that was going to be the unanimous decision victory for Roosevelt Roberts. I picked him by unanimous decision. The way the Ultimate Fighter is that they fight 2 rounds, and if it's a tie, then they do have a tiebreaker 3rd round. They don't, let's say, for example, one fighter wins the first 2 rounds, the fight is over. But if it's 1-1 going into the 3rd, then they do a 3rd round. So that's how it is. And obviously, if a knockout happens, the fight is over, right? But anyway. So the fight happens, and the first 10 seconds, there's a knockout. Roosevelt Roberts wins, and he pretty much clocks him, I believe, with a right hand, and in the first 9 seconds of the fight, Roosevelt Roberts wins. And I didn't even really peep the time. I didn't know what time it was. Obviously, these episodes are going to be an hour long because when this knockout happened, it was 9:57, I believe. Or not 9:57, I believe it was 10:57. p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I mean, I guess the episode is over now. He got knocked out, and I don't know if this fight was the very first fight of the whole Ultimate Fighter, but to gauge or trying to bring back the audience for the next episode, you want to have interesting fights, obviously, especially for the first episode. You don't want to have a boring unanimous decision victory by somebody in the first episode. People don't want to watch that. People want to see knockouts. People want to see submissions. People want to see exciting action. And they gave you that with a very quick fight. I mean, it was the first 10 seconds and the fight was already over. We really didn't get to see much from Nate. It's kind of unfortunate. It is what it is. That's the fight game, I guess, at the end of the day. But, yeah, Roosevelt wins, and we waited all pretty much the whole episode for that. But it's okay. I'm not too mad about it because we're really mostly here for Conor and Michael Chandler. Even though these are big opportunities for these guys and they're trying to get a UFC contract, we're mostly here for Conor and Michael Chandler. Let's be honest. We want the beef. We want to see the negativity. We don't really care a whole lot. I mean, we obviously care a little bit. There's characters in the shows that we always care about, and there's some great moments in past Ultimate Fighters that, are great, but we care about the top 2 guys, which is Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor. That's what we care about the most. But yeah, Roosevelt Roberts wins. Let's continue. By the way, Conor no-showed the weigh-in. I don't know how people are going to feel about that. I really don't care too much as Conor McGregor. I mean, listen, if I'm a coach, I want to be by my fighter. I don't want to, obviously neglect him at a weigh-in. But it's Conor McGregor. I mean, listen, he's probably doing his shit. People are probably going to take that, oh my God, Conor doesn't care. I mean, bro, it's Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect from him? You know what I mean? Obviously, I feel like him as a coach, he should be there. He should always accompany his fighters, no matter what, and always be there. But who knows? You're probably going to see a bunch of times Conor showing up late and stuff like that because that's how he is. That's how he truly is, you know what I mean? And hopefully he's not doing that in preparation for a Michael Chandler. I mean, I don't think he will be because he knows that Michael Chandler is a threat. But, it's the Ultimate Fighter. He feels like he's going to do whatever he wants. That's just how it is. I mean, he's Conor McGregor. I don't know what to fucking tell you, right? So, yeah, and that was pretty much the end of the episode. After the fight happened, they showed, I guess, the little preview. I don't know if it was the next episode or just the upcoming episodes. But there was an interesting part of the episode where I guess it was a doctor talking to Michael Chandler. And he said something about a grade 2 MCL tear. And he was talking to Chandler. It panned to the doctor and then there was a cut to Michael Chandler for MCL tear. Is Michael Chandler injured or is that somebody else? Is that a fighter? Because I don't know. Is that why maybe the fight got postponed to probably maybe the end of the year? But I don't know how long it takes for somebody for an MCL tear to recover for the next fight. You know what I mean? I don't know how long that takes. So it seemed like he was talking to Chandler. Maybe they're just trying to grab you for the next episode. It's like, oh my goodness, is Chandler actually injured? Is Chandler actually, what happened. You know what I mean? We don't know yet. We're going to probably find out in the next episode what is going on. I don't know if all these things are happening because they showed the shove. They showed pretty much the shove that Conor did on Michael Chandler in, I guess, the trailer or preview stuff to hype up the Ultimate Fighter, and they showed the shove. I don't know if that's going to happen in the next episode. But yeah, I mean, it seems like next episode might be must-see because we have so many unanswered questions, especially with Michael Chandler, if he does have a grade 2 MCL tear. I don't know if that's just him. They made it seem like it was him with that. Hopefully it's not. I mean, hopefully it's nobody, but it seems like it's going to be somebody, right? It's going to be either a fighter or it's going to be, Michael Chandler. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that that's not to be the case. But we'll see what happens in the next episode. That's pretty much it for that. I'll see you guys next week with I'm going to continue to post videos throughout the week, but I'll see you next week with another Ultimate Fighter episode for episode 2. And yeah, peace out.